Showdown number 1.
Hey folks, welcome to the Good Bad Movie Showdown, where we watch some really bad movies and then we have a showdown. Because, hey, we'll take the turd out of the movie watching for you, so you can pick which one you want to flush. So how does this whole thing work?
Oh my god, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to start over on that.
I don't think I can say that again, because it just came out as it came out.
Okay.
Hey folks, welcome to the Good Bad Movie Showdown, where we pick some really crap movies, then we watch them, and then we have a showdown, because we want to figure out what is the worst movie, but it's still really fun to watch. So how the heck does this work?
Well, we started with a theme, and since this is our first episode, we picked pilot as our theme.
So Ryan goes first. So tell us about your first pick.
All right, well, my first selection is called Skydivers. It is a 1963 movie. It's hard to find, so it turns out we own it on the Explosive Cinema DVD package. So this is a film that was made in 1963. And the tagline is great. It says, "Thrill-jumping guys, thrill-seeking gals, daring death with every leap."
Exciting.
Interesting thing here is that it's apparently a very bad movie.
What?
It is directed by Coleman Francis, who is known for having a trifecta of bad movies. He was an actor for a while, and then he went into directing, and his first movie was The Beast of Yucca Flats, which is kind of known.
Classic.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know it, but apparently it's really bad, like 2.1 on Internet Database. But this movie, Skydivers, the reason why I'm mentioning it, obviously with the theme, it's a husband-wife owners of a skydiving school that apparently are cheating on each other, and someone dies, was murdered. It's not good. Mystery Science Theater did this movie in season 6, which was 1994.
God, I feel old.
I know. It's
Wow.
a long time ago. I don't remember it. Maybe I've seen this movie before. Maybe I haven't. It is black and white. It currently has a 2.8 on Internet Movie Database for 2.8 out of 10. Letterboxd has a 1.6, but that has less votes.
1.6 out of 5. We wouldn't want you to think it's that bad.
And then Rotten Tomatoes actually has a rating on this one. It's 2% audience score.
Wow.
And that's 175 people that have given it a rating. And it's 2% rotten. So,
All right.
let's see, is there anything else? The lead actress is named Kevin.
Oh.
Her name is Kevin Casey. She has two
okay.
first names. I think Casey
Would have
could
maybe
be either direction
Yeah.
as a boy or girl, but Kevin is generally a boy.
Yes.
As far as I know. So she plays Beth. And that's about all I got. That's Skydivers.
All right.
1963 pilots who run a skydiving school.
Okay.
And apparently they enjoy a lot of coffee, as well as cheating on each other.
Exciting movie.
Who doesn't?
Coffee, infidelity,
All right.
and vertigo.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's my first movie. What's your first movie?
My first movie, I went a little different on a pilot. I went with more of something that starts something. So this, before I reveal it, this isn't necessarily a pilot of a show or a movie, but it's a movie that was the first of a very well-known series of movies that are bad, but very good and very entertaining. So my first one is Malibu Express by Andy Sidaris. And it comes on a compilation pack of Andy Sidaris's, which is called Girls, Guns, and G-Strings. So Malibu Express is the first one of his that did his triple B movies, which not only is about being a B movie, but is also stands for bullets, bombs, and boobs.
Okay.
And so some people would say that his first movie is Stacy, but this essentially takes the story of Stacy and takes the main character of Stacy, which I think is a private eye / race car driver, and splits it into two people. And one of the characters is this Cody, and the other one is June Knockers. But it's Knockers with an H.
Oh, okay.
So that classes it up.
Yeah. It's a classy movie.
Is this typical Sidaris? So
It is very much.
They're
it
Playboy
is,
playmates?
Yes.
Are these detectives?
Yes,
Okay.
they're all Playboy Playmates. He made this one, and then just that's all he made afterwards. Is movies like this.
So he found what he wanted to do and he did it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
One could make an argument that is the secret of happiness.
This movie, sure.
Yeah.
Triple B.
Triple
Triple
B.
B.
Yes.
That was the alternate take for Conan, in that movie. What is best in life?
Boobs, bullets, bombs.
Wrong! Conan, what is best in life?
Boobs, bullets, bombs.
All right, that's my first pick.
Okay.
So, Ryan, what's your second pick? I'm curious.
All right. So pilot means, it's for episodes. Your pilot episode is your first episode. So I went with first. It's like the first, not people flying airplanes or pilots of planes, but the first of something. I went with Rambu the Intruder.
Rambo?
Rambu the Intruder.
The Intruder.
Yes, and this
That's
is
unfortunate.
This is a Rambo knockoff movie, but it's Rambo First Blood. And what's interesting about it is Rambo First Blood came out in 1982, but everybody remembers Rambo with the red bandana tied around his head, big guns, muscles, all this stuff. That was actually Rambo 2 that defined all that stuff. 1985. Rambo First Blood Part 2. So it's First Blood, the second.
The second.
The
Yeah,
second
right,
time it
right.
drips out.
So it's a little interesting because it's first and second. It's both. This is arguably the first Blood knockoff movie, and I guarantee it is from Indonesia. This is Peter O'Brien. He's an Australian that was found in the airport or shopping or something in Jakarta back in 1986. And action movies were a big thing out of Indonesia. And they would find a Western-looking person and put them as leads, and then everybody else's. Interestingly, its scores on Internet Movie Database and Letterboxd are a little high. And when you look at the distribution of that, like in the case of Internet Movie Database, it's 5.8 out of 10.
Wow.
30% of that is tens. And that's a strong lean.
That's
Like,
an outlier, yeah.
Yes, people like this movie, and to me that screams that people like it for the wrong reasons. Because it's like tens and then 2% nines or something.
This is that whole inverse bell curve where it gets really high on the ones and really high on the tens.
Nope.
No?
No. We'll get into my theory sometime about
Okay.
bell curves and stuff. This is
All
a
right.
typical
Stay
bell
tuned.
curve with a really strong tens.
Oh,
So that's my second movie is Rambu the Intruder.
I just have to look at this cover. This looks like something that would be on the cover on like a low-budget Nintendo game.
Yeah, the letterbox cover is amazing looking. That one, this is made by cultaction.com. I think they produce it. It's literally like a VHS tape on the DVD.
Awesome.
So what's next on the bill?
all right. The next from the bill. So my next movie, I went with pilot. This is an actual pilot. It's a failed pilot from CBS. It's from '97. Right when some of the best superhero movies were being made is '97. I believe Batman vs. Robin. So they went with that kind of style. And they also were really into like reality shows. So it kind of takes a superhero reality show. So my second pick is Justice League of America, a failed pilot for CBS from 1997. However, because of copyright issues, if you know the Justice League, the ones that they were not able to get, which I don't think you miss much, was Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
Totally superfluous characters. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah, right. They have right. They have Adam,
Oh, right.
Ice, Flash,
Okay.
Okay.
and I think maybe one other one that I don't know.
They have Aquaman?
And did you guys ever watch MASH?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Winchester? The guy who played Winchester? He's a main character in here and dressed as a weird superhero. They worked on it for a while. It wasn't going real well. And then they hired in this one guy, Teague, is his last name, a writer. He's like famous for doing Jewel of the Nile, Cujo, Navy SEALs.
Okay.
They brought him on board, and then they finished it up, and then he said, I do not want my name anywhere on this. So he refused to have credit on the movie. And then there's another writer, Mark Waid, who has written like Justice League comics, and he saw the failed pilot and said it was 80 minutes of his life he will never get back. So, and this never aired in the US.
Ah, it's so tempting.
Those are my two choices.
All right, good choices. So it's tough. All right, so now we're going to vote on which movies we actually want to watch. And since the two challengers have made two picks, we are going to vote on each one. And let's start with Bill because we started with Ryan in the beginning.
All right.
Well, this is gonna be a tough. We have some tough decisions to make, Tori. But that's what leaders do, is they make the hard decisions.
They make the hard decisions, and
And
sometimes
as-
they butt heads.
That's true. And as the hosts for this episode,
Yeah.
our job is to butt heads.
Now, actually, for me, this choice was actually pretty easy because
You're gonna totally dismiss everything I just said right there. Totally invalidate it.
we might be butting heads on this. That's why I think it'd be
But the hard
interesting,
decisions thing, that's the part you're gonna invalidate right now.
Well, I think 3Bs are very important. This world, especially in the 80s. I mean, that was the currency.
Sure.
But I want to see a movie where someone said, I do not want to be associated with this, even though I worked on it. I definitely want to see that.
I'm going to invalidate the other half of my statement. I'm not going to butt heads with you on this. I am also picking Heroes of Justice League, Pilot Extravaganza, Super Go-Go. It is going to be super interesting. What did it for me, though, was when you said it had never aired in the United States. That's gold. I mean, if it's produced for an American audience specifically, but it's like we don't actually want to expose the public to it, let's ship it off to Europe.
So that means that Andy Sidaris' Triple B movie is out, and we are going with Justice League of America.
Justice for all.
Now you guys vote on.
Yeah, of my two, which movie is
Alright,
going
Tori.
to beat Justice League?
I hate to say it, but this one's easy for me too.
Yeah, same here. There's only one movie that could
Yeah.
stand up to the Justice League of America.
And it rhymes with bamboo.
It does rhyme with bamboo. But it goes deeper than that. I have a soft spot for Indonesian action movies. And I hope to share the wonderful world of Indonesian action movies with you guys at some point.
And I gotta watch it because I love terrible 80s action movies. What better embodiment of it than an Indonesian 80s movie that is ripping off the first blood? Actually, the second blood. So it's gotta be The Intruder, Rambu for me.
All right.
I think we have our head-to-head is set.
All right.
The duality is present.
Let's go watch the movies.
Now we watch. Okay.
All right, I might. Could I trouble you for a little tequila?
What?
Oh, he started the wave with the weather manipulator and then destroyed the weather manipulator.
Oh, I wonder if can she?
Come on, I'm trying to start the wave here.
Freeze the wave! You can do it. Oh, you get what? How's he doing that? Wow, that's one hell of a
Always
rubber
comes
ball.
back.
This is amazing. All right, so we're nearly at the end of the showdown. We have watched the movies, The Intruder, Rambo, and whatever the title of this one was.
Justice League of America.
Justice League of America!
The unsuccessful pilot.
Very unsuccessful pilot.
Which was our theme, by the way. Again,
Yes.
pilot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's down to these two. We're all gonna vote to see which one we think is the goodest bad movie.
But first, we must discuss the movies.
Yeah.
And
Do you want to go first?
sure. First movie we watched was Justice League of America. Do you want to try to explain what that was about?
Gosh, can I have the
Sure.
Bequeath the box.
Justice League of America was a failed TV pilot that never aired in the United States, as far as we know. They were superheroes that were not good at anything.
Come on, baby, come on.
Oh my god, that was dumb. I don't know what happened in that movie. I'm just dumbfounded.
There was a weatherman.
Hold on.
Okay.
There was a weatherman.
Yes.
Who I think was the bad guy. I didn't feel like he produced bad weather. I thought he was just an underground weather reporter that they were tuning into.
Anyway, I recorded this earlier. Seems some clown's been all over the tube predicting this storm.
Good afternoon, New Metro. This is the weatherman with today's forecast. In case you haven't noticed, it's windy out.
He created the hurricane.
Oh, did
But
he?
it's unclear.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's ambiguous in that first incident.
Yeah,
She thinks he's predicting it.
I thought it was like hackers, where they just tuned into the hacker, like underground.
What's going on? 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to our show. Hack the planet. Hack the planet.
The
The normal
planet.
meteorologist.
The majority of the movie we spent getting to know our characters and their life as superheroes, which is
I will say I did kind of enjoy the cutting to them like they're in the documentary in a way.
like the real world kind of thing.
Yeah, like them interacting with each other. But even though it was horrible, I like that approach.
Once I froze him in an ice cube and put it in my friend's drink. That was fun. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got big right when they were going to take a sip.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
That was a good one.
It seems like you'd be giving away all of your...
Yeah.
And I will say the lady that played Fire actually was a good actress.
She was good, yeah.
She sort of stood out for that. I don't know if everybody was necessarily a bad actor, but the
No.
writing really kind of hamstrung you.
But it also didn't make any sense that they were all struggling.
It felt like it was really long.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, some of the arguments was like, get a life.
Barry? Barry? Can I talk to you for a second? Sure. What do you want to talk about? Your life. You need to get one.
He's a superhero.
Find my apartment redecorated. I don't know what to think.
What?
I don't understand how
Superhero problems. Shut up. You don't know diddly shit about
Yeah.
superhero problems.
it's like first world problems, third world problems, superhero problems. Like Flash couldn't find a job.
Completely manufactured
But
fake
he
problem.
had a job working for the post office. And that seems like a great job for the Flash, honestly.
It does.
It
Anything seems like a good job for the Flash.
But clearly he didn't spend a lot of time on their costumes. If
No.
he could have spent a lot of time doing things fast, it was not on the costumes. That's a pretty good costume.
Yeah, it is.
It's 'cause they were
I
not
thought the
very-
Flash's costume looked okay.
It looked like the Flash.
Morning, New Metro. It's your weatherman here. Are you tired of my forecasts?
The Fire Lady, I mean, nothing screams fire more than a green,
Yeah.
leafy-looking outfit.
You certainly heated things up around here.
Well, thank you, but I don't deserve all the credit.
Why is she dressed like she's Poison Ivy?
I know! I don't understand the color choices! Green Lantern is wearing teal!
And like green
Yeah, like
football makeup or whatever they do on their. Why was the eyeshadow below the eye? I don't know. It was
like
weird.
freaking Starlight Express
and if you
disco
think, if you think about
best
it,
era.
not only does she disappear really quickly to put on a costume, she's also like,
Listen, maybe they haven't picked the entire fruit basket.
Phoebe!
What? Oh, I'll do it on the way.
We do have to mention that the beau that was chasing her recognized her not because of her look or her body or her hair or her face, but
Right.
because she wore the same earrings.
Gratitude. You certainly heated things up around here.
Well, thank you,
Those
but
are
I
my
don't
earrings.
deserve all the credit. We got
Wow. Wow!
You're gonna miss it. Want me to pause?
No.
Want me to fast forward?
Yeah, fast forward.
it doesn't make sense.
What is going on?
No.
And
But
also-
they were all struggling. Like she was struggling
She
to
was
be
an
an
actress,
actress, and
yeah.
he was struggling to be, or the Green Lantern was struggling in his love life.
In his love life.
Yeah, and so was the Atom.
Yes, because he was just too shy. And,
And he can't fix a TV for nothing.
Yeah.
It's too nice.
Right.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
too nice.
I mean,
yeah.
he can walk around the inside of a TV. And he can limbo under lasers. limbo because I can't duck better than this.
Did he just teleport?
Yeah.
So is the atom, though, is his special power bestowed to him from his suit? Or how is...
No, I think I misspoke when I said that earlier. I think it really was like the origin story. I think if I remember right, they got that right. He found like radioactive.
Oh, okay.
Right, remember he was like really chopping away at the mountain. You were in the
like
bathroom,
you do.
I think.
Yeah, I like that.
He was a scientist that found this amazing rock, so he went...
When I came upon this unbelievable rock specimen, the Geiger counter was off the charts.
So I just hit it.
Yeah.
What kind of scientist would do that? He's like, this thing's off the charts.
And he was always very like shy and
Yes.
all of that, and always felt kind of like a dork until he got these superpowers. So what does he do? He makes the dumbest looking costume.
I was embarrassed to tell anyone. My friends, family, even my fiance.
So then I made this stupid costume that they had on
really
there.
terrible.
Actually,
That's true.
that leads really well into them kidnapping her
Yes.
and then putting her in a room and asking her
and
a
spinning
question
her.
and spinning her around.
You had said when we saw the giant ship underwater that we would only see maybe 1 or 2 rooms.
I bet you there'll only be in like 2 rooms in that whole thing.
Yeah. And we don't really know because it was just black.
Well, there was outside the elevator
Yep.
and the
At
room
the
that was
elevator.
there at the elevator.
But it was all just black. You never
Yeah.
saw any
Yeah,
walls.
no, it was
just
a giant ship underwater with like a 3-minute elevator ride.
I wish they'd played some elevator music going down there. That would have been really nice.
Yeah. Just lean into it a little bit.
Especially when she was standing there in her blindfold
Like,
for no reason.
They get to the bottom of the elevator and they take her blindfold off.
Yeah.
Apparently now you can see the elevator. So that's the point where we get the reveal of the Mr. Martian
Yes.
Master.
Right. Oh.
I'm guessing Martian Manhunter. Yeah. I'm a nerd.
Martian Manhunter, that's the name I couldn't remember.
What the hell is the Martian Manhunter?
I am John Jones, leader of the Justice League.
Usually in a movie like this, it's like at the end, they're all like, okay, it turns out we can all work together and fight crime. That's when they start. But they were all kind of doing that just as a side gig anyway. But their real focus was always about their other jobs. This was just something like, God, I have to do that again. It didn't make any sense. I mean, I can see that happening later on in the series where it's like, okay, in the beginning you're really excited, you have these superpowers, and then later on you find out that, okay, this kind of sucks because it interrupts my dates and it does this and whatever, and that's like stories they have to deal with, but that's already all happening. It was very strange.
I kind of like that it's already all happening.
True, it's
I like
unusual.
that it's not. Yeah, it's unusual because that's not how good shows are.
You would not expect.
Maybe there's a reason. Yeah,
you wouldn't have expected a bad choice.
Right.
So, Mr. Weatherman, I'm just gonna jump to Mr. Weatherman.
Sure.
Turning to the 5-day outlook, let's see. There won't be one. You pay me $20 million by noon tomorrow, or you can kiss your city goodbye. See you then. I hope.
He just wanted to kill everybody for no reason?
That's a good point. I don't know what his purpose was.
Yeah, and then because he would have died right there with the weight cut.
Did they say something about how he would have been famous
Oh
anyway?
my God, that's the best point.
Yes.
You're right. Is the lady goes, why would you do this? Because with all this knowledge that you've had, you could have been a famous scientist.
You've made an incredible discovery here. You should be sharing it with the world, not using it against it.
And been renowned for all these discoveries. And he's just like, bah!
Yeah, he had no reason to be bad.
So anyway, Weatherman, which is a wonderful name for a villain. I
Yes.
really do like the Weatherman.
And a terrorist organization.
Yes.
In the 70s.
Weatherman.
He brings in a storm, and they all realize who it is. So he's on top of a tower or something. He's got a magic case full of technology that causes weather.
Right.
Did he get it from Neil Breen? Because he did everything out of his
he had a
briefcase.
little
I just gotta
laptop.
say.
Yeah.
I believe Mr. Weather did not have enough tuna.
That's a good point. That's a good point. It's not a tuna.
So anyway,
Nice kindergarten cop reference.
so then the Weatherman brings more weather, and they have to go do things. Each of them. Fire Lady.
Lederhosen.
Make it 2 somewhere. Fire Lady.
Fire Lady
There you go.
never does anything.
Which is too bad. The best actress just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I just mean heroic, though. Nothing heroic.
No.
Like with someone that can shoot fire.
Yeah.
Someone that can shoot fire. It's not just a ring that shoots
She
sausages. You know what I'm
literally
saying?
never shoots fire except at the beginning, and I'm like, you didn't even know she was a fire shooter at that point. She's just like this, and there's like a yellow beam off of her. I'm like, who? And then she wears a green costume the whole time. Like, you could really just kind of half watch this and not know
Right.
what the hell she is.
But you forgot a hugely important point, and that was during that time, Adam shrunk down and then got a ride from fire, and they shot up
Yes.
and went after.
Yeah.
For
And
no
then
apparent
did
reason.
nothing.
They observed it, maybe. That was a shot.
Nothing
His little
happened.
Adam is on her shoulder, and they're like, things are happening.
Whatever we do, we better do it fast. New Metro's gonna become Atlantis.
It's gaining strength. It's heading straight for the coastline.
Very
How's
dumb.
he staying on her shoulder?
He's got the strength of a normal man. The Weatherman is apparently on some sort of tower, and the Flash, was it the Flash or was it Green Lantern?
Green
I don't
Lantern.
know. They're
Green
so-
Lantern did the
It's like
helicopter
helicopter
He
thing.
did
Yeah,
the helicopter in the worst
Not
helicopter.
that helicopter
And then
thing.
took out a chainsaw.
Different helicopter.
This doesn't make any damn sense. Like, why is he making chainsaw?
The Weatherman will be later.
Why should I give it to you? It's not bad.
He can make gas, too?
He could make anything and just makes a chainsaw.
Why do they fly in and talk? Why not just like...
Fear is the enemy of will. Will is what makes you take action.
Why didn't he just make better weather with his ring? I mean, that would have fixed everything.
True.
Better weather!
But he came in, alright, it's like a go-go gadget helicopter that he flies in on.
This looks like spinning sausages.
Spinning sausages?
God, that looks so terrible.
Change in the forecast.
It's okay. Cut it out.
I can't...
Green spinning sausages. Set off the Geiger counter. It's just the weirdest thing. It's so terrible.
It's weird they never made a show about it.
Okay, so Green Lantern, at least he can conjure helicopter sausages to fly to a tower where they just magically know the Weatherman is. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
they
don't know
knew.
how they knew he was there.
I don't know how they knew he was there. It doesn't matter.
No. Couldn't the teal lantern also shoot?
That's right. Fire. Because it's still too on the nose to have the Green Lantern in a green costume. Let's put him in teal. A teal vest and spandex combo. I can't like this movie anymore.
No.
That was the last Jenga block of
So, spoilers.
Yeah.
How does it end?
They all learn a lesson.
Do they?
No, it's set up to be a series of shows.
And we get a new terrible suit.
I don't even remember if the Weatherman got arrested or not.
He did, and then
did.
remember they clearly didn't frisk him because he had his big ass medallion of lasers underneath it. He's sawing through his cuffs.
Obviously, it's a setup for more. It's fine.
Okay, so I think we've covered this movie pretty well. I for
think
some
so.
reason can't remember its title. It's just the bad costume movie.
Justice League of America.
Of America.
The pilot.
The pilot, 1997.
Yeah. But now we need to talk about Rambu the Intruder.
The name is Rambu.
I have no idea what he intruded on, or it makes no sense.
My heart. He intruded
He intruded on your heart.
Why don't you explain
the
plot of The Intruder?
Is there any help here? There's a lot of pictures of him looking like Rambo, which they accidentally say once.
What about that intruder, Rambo? Did you take care of him like I told you to?
He clearly said Rambo.
Yes.
Clearly said Rambo.
So Rambu is a guy that happens to be in Indonesia, and there's some bad guys that kill a lady. No, they don't kill her. They just hit her with a car. And then he takes on the bad guys with his super ball, which is my favorite weapon of all time.
We'll get you, asshole! Oh, shit! Oh, I'll fry his ass. The engine's burning. Oh. Son of a bitch. Let's get the hell out of here! Hey, what's the matter, guys? Don't you want to play?
The name is Rambo. Oh. Sit around and play with my balls.
And he quite clearly told them to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And they were getting the hell out of there.
Right, but then he still
And then he, just out of pique, chucked it at the driver, and then the driver goes in the ditch, and you get a car fire.
No reason for the car to start on fire at all.
They must just make really bad cars in Indonesia.
I think so, except
What was the
for
60s, too?
Tut-tuts. Those are...
Oh, yeah.
Which we'll get to that later. Yeah.
Second best signature weapon in a movie ever.
Yes. So, and then there's a bad guy named Mr. White who wants this guy taken out, right? Wants Rambu taken out. I really don't think I understood the story.
And Mr. White has absolutely no idea how to do cocaine.
And then he got these bad guys against him, and he had a girlfriend or wife.
A wife.
I love you, and there's nobody else in the world for me but you.
I'm fed up with this kind of life. Being cared for by a woman.
I want to be cared for by a man.
And then in order to stop him from interrupting their drug cartel, they decided that they would get at him by stealing his wife and killing her.
Correct. You're better at describing this movie than I just had fun watching it. But I think the best parts of this movie were the action scenes. Action scenes were awesome. Because they were stupid and they involved rubber balls and guns that don't make sense at all.
Is that like a fire extinguisher?
Yes, they have the worst fake guns.
Why is the barrel on the gun like
it's
this
so
big around?
Bad.
Clara.
So I looked it up on the internet movie firearms database, and they only call it an unidentified combo weapon.
There's a movie firearm database?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, boss. Nice kimono.
Hey, you done?
Took you long enough.
Oh, and the setup is so perfect. It's like, you better never ever cheat on me or I will be upset.
One thing you must remember. I don't want to see you with another woman.
Right. And we're like, she's gonna have revenge.
Yes. That's what you call Chekhov's tramp.
Yeah, and then the next scene with him is like a lineup of trollops.
Lovely, Anton. Really lovely. And all for the package price, I assume?
Like, here, take your pick. I hope you don't kill any of them.
Spoiler alert.
No, please.
Just relax. If you can't even love yourself, why should I love you?
Oh, no!
Dispose of her body.
I think it was effective in that it establishes Mr. White as a very bad man.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
He takes the gun out when he's trying to, with the one girl that he's trying to take advantage on the bed, and then his, apparently his raping is interrupted by his girlfriend, so he decides to stop that. But he threatens her with the gun. I mean, basically says, no, you're gonna be raped. And then he puts the gun back in the drawer. Time for me to put my gun away.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to try to whatever, and then the lady comes in. Like, that girl, like, who's been fighting her ass off should be like, there's a drawer with a gun in it.
Right, he walked away from the bed.
Yeah, she had plenty of time to get the gun.
John! What are you doing?
3 guesses.
3 guesses.
Jeez.
I can't stand seeing this kind of thing.
Who in the hell are you to do this to me?
I have a right to do this.
You have a right to mind your own business, Clara. As far as I'm concerned, you're just another whore.
God damn you!
Now I'll get to you in good time.
If only there was a gun she could have grabbed to shoot the man.
Right.
And then they cut to the next scene where they put her in high heels and tight pants,
Right.
and a shirt like she's from Gilligan's Island. And then she's ready to kick butt.
They had her tied up, like
Oh, that's
this,
right. Yeah, that's
and then somebody.
She was the bait.
Right. All of a sudden, he shows up in a tut-tut, a little teeny car.
With 3 wheels.
But that wasn't it.
No.
Then he whistles twice.
One time gets you 20 more.
Right, it's your
tut-tuts.
east flank.
Yes.
Of Tut-Tut Cavalry.
Second whistle
Your west flank.
gets you another 20.
You're another 20 tut-tuts, and they attack, and it was the best attack scene I've ever seen with this stupid little cars. But they also just would go in the ditch over here, and they were almost.
It's your shot. You're set up. You just drive into the ditch. Okay, I'm ready.
They did too. They were in a... Avoiding anything is just
they were almost useless.
Yeah. There was I distinctly remember a brick wall, freestanding structure, nothing else around
It's
it.
like in the middle of the jungle, just one brick wall.
Yes, and these 2 guys just full bore into
But
that.
doesn't Rambo knock somebody?
Why? There's just a random wall there.
Where does he get all these tut-tut friends from?
I don't know. That's true. There's 20 extra people that we
in
don't know.
Indonesia, you whistle.
That's true. Maybe anytime. If you ever go to Indonesia, just whistle and see what happens.
Out come the tut-tuts.
Back up as
Tut-tut attack.
There's probably a connection to whistling and getting a ride.
Yeah, because
Could
they're
be,
usually used as taxis in
That's
Southeast
true.
Asia.
Yeah.
And then they all just show up thinking they're all fighting for the same fare. They don't even know that there's a tussle. They just want the same route. I'm gonna get
that's
there.
awesome.
That's probably the joke. That's probably it.
It might be.
makes it even better.
That's what it is. It's like he just happens to whistle and they show up because they want to get her.
That's awesome.
So,
but on the outside of the tape, he's got the gun. He's got the full Rambo setup. But that really doesn't happen until the last 10 minutes. The first part is all him karate and whatever, and punching and really wide punches.
He's very dramatic.
Yeah. So much of the fighting is just slightly sped up, like maybe like a quarter extra or something, because it makes it slightly hulkier, but also a little more intense. So it's kind of a fun combination, and it's so ridiculous that it's great.
You cut me! That does it! Come on, Em, move it!
And he's like wielding pipes and crowbars and golf clubs and blunt instruments, but never a gun.
No.
Until the last 5 minutes.
Right.
And what a gun.
Amazing gun.
It looks like a light machine gun. And then when he gets it, he pulls out the back to show there's like 5 bullets
like
and like a revolver.
Yeah.
And then he jammed it back in.
They were like thickness of your thumb and long.
He adds adapters to shoot rockets from it, but he snipes everything in the dumbest possible way. Even the door to get out of the room he's in, he snipes the door.
And he always shoots behind everybody, like behind them. I mean, sometimes he waited for them to get in the house, which is probably a good idea, but usually he was like, I see a car. I'm gonna shoot that car. People are next to it, so they're probably gonna get away.
Hey, run for cover! Come on, get out of there! Son of a bitch is firing me!
But I'm shooting
the
car.
best scene, there's the Jeep coming, he's got the RPG all set up, they show it, lines it up, you're like, and the Jeep starts coming and it's full of like 80 guys. They're just hanging off the side of it. It's like ridiculous, and you're like, you think what's gonna happen. And the Jeep just drives by and then boom, shoots the building.
Guys, where is this guy? Everybody hold up!
Wow.
Paper mache never was so destructive.
They totally lit up like the Jeep was gonna explode.
One of my favorites was the explosion where the guy jumped way late, like way after the explosion. And you could tell he's like getting ready to jump and just... the explosion and then the guy goes...
The aftershock.
Yeah, the aftershock really got him good.
But, holy crap, was it entertaining to watch.
Yes.
It was,
Rambo. I'm sick and tired of hearing that name.
All right. That's our 2 movies.
That's our 2 movies.
That's it.
So now we need to vote as to which is the best bad movie.
Yeah, how much do you need to talk about this?
Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer.
It is kind of a no-brainer. As much as I wanted to love the first iteration of Justice League, because God knows the Zack Snyder one sucked, I didn't see how it could get any worse. It was this is magic. I mean, this is what I feel like this whole project is about.
Oh yeah,
is Rambo.
I am so happy to have felt.
Oh, me too. Me too.
You know, killer Super Bowl boomerangs. What the hell?
Oh, nice.
I'm so in love with this movie.
And attacking tut-tuts. Tactical tut-tut action. This is better than like all of the dogfights in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm so in love with this movie.
No, it's pretty magical. You got a dude in a red bandana using a bandolier that he never uses with a giant fake gun. Got a man licking his own biceps. I mean, it just doesn't get better than this.
Water. Shut the hell up.
I gotta give it to Rambu the Intruder. That was supremely entertaining. It was a great 80s throwback to terrible action movies. It was a fantastic ripoff of Rambo. And I gotta go with The Intruder.
All right, it's unanimous. So this one gets...
down it goes.
Rambu is the winner.
I think we're the winners.
We're the real winners.
Yes.
So now one of the things we do is we pick an award for Rambu.
What is it? The best of?
Yes. To me, it's the best Tut-Tut movie
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Top Tut-Tut.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was the misunderstanding how to take cocaine. But I think that could be a result of why Tut-Tuts are involved.
True. the scene with the Tut-Tuts coming in is my favorite.
That was just fantastic.
That was amazing.
I've never seen that in my entire life. I
No,
can honestly
me either.
say
And you
that.
probably never will again.
No.
There's something you said for the originality of it.
All right, so best use of
Tut-Tut.
Tut-Tuts.
Best use of Tut-Tut.
I'll go with Tut-Tuts.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, best Tut-Tut.
Best
movie.
Tut-Tut.
Okay.
All right, guys. So me and Bill went up head to head. We each proposed our movies, and I won.
Congratulations.
You have the pilot win.
I do have the pilot win with my first win. So now we have to pick a theme for the next episode.
So what we decided to do was everybody writes 2 themes on 2 playing cards, and then the winner, which is Foss this time, the winner will randomly select a theme, and then you 2 need to find movies based on that theme. So to start with, my first 2 themes are, I have, since it's our second episode, I have sequel.
Nice.
And then I have dubbed.
A lot of good stuff that can be found in there. I have detective and cyborg.
All right.
I like it. I have mastication and big guns.
Ooh, nice.
And I have ninja and future.
All right.
All right, very nice themes. Send them all over my way.
All right, let's mix them up.
I'll mix them up.
Them cards is good messed up.
Yes. All right, so.
All right, what you gonna get? What you gonna get?
What will be the next theme?
Better swing.
Next theme is detective.
Detective.
Ooh.
That's wide open, folks. That is wide open. Thanks. You have some ideas, don't you?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Oh, yes.
All right.
we go.
We'll to it.
That's
All
Good
right.
Bad Movie Showdown.
Thank you
Till
for
next
watching. Yeah.
So how do we end this?
Give me a weapon!
Somebody needs like
Reading
a...
Rambo!
That's a show. That is a show.
We're gonna cut that.
Yep.
Why?
I'm just so serious.